I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never.
Why do we look happy on the outside, but we are dying inside? The struggle of living in a perfectly flawed marriage is a hard truth many couples live with, but rarely ever speak about. You post the smiling pictures, you show up to event hand in hand, you laugh at jokes around family and friends, but when the door closes and it's just the two of you, silence, distance, sometimes even pain. On the other hand, people think you are perfect couples, the goals, the dreams, but deep down, you feel invisible, you feel trapped, you feel lonely, even though technically you are not alone, and maybe you have told yourself, maybe this is just what marriage is. Maybe I should just be grateful it's not worse. So you carry the image, you maintain the peace, but inside you are breaking, you are bleeding. Now, the truth is, living in a perfectly flawed marriage is exhausting. It's like living two lives, the one everyone sees and the one only you know. And the longer you pretend, the harder it becomes to find your way back to something real. Sometimes, honestly, something, just everything just goes bad. At Hugs and Medleys, we create space for the conversation most people are too scared to have. Here, we believe that pretending doesn't heal anything, only honesty, courage, and love can. And today, I want us to talk about how you can begin to fix a marriage that looks good on the surface but feel, hollow underneath. Welcome back to Hugs and Medleys. The first step to healing is breaking the agreement with pretending. Somewhere along the way, you and your partner probably made an unspoken agreement. Let's not rock the boat. Let's keep up appearances. Let's just survive. And survival mood can work for a little while. But love was never meant to be about surviving. It was meant to be about thriving, flourishing, feeling alive together. You have to be willing to break that silent agreement. You have to be willing to say, I love you, but I miss us. I miss the realness. I miss the connection. I miss feeling like home together. Not from a place of blame, but from a place of longing for deeper intimacy. Pretending keeps you stuck. Honesty sets you free. Okay? The second step is creating safe spaces for real conversations. You cannot fix what you are afraid to face, and you cannot heal where you don't feel safe. If every conversation becomes a war about who is right, who is wrong, who is more hurt, then everybody wins. You need spaces where both of you can be vulnerable without fear of attack. That might mean sitting a time aside each week just to, give yourself that which you so desire to build your marriage again. Okay? Now, it's important to understand that gentle conversation creates gentle healing. The goal is not to expose each other's flaw, it's to rediscover each other's heart. Okay? Now, the third step is choosing connection over perfection. So many couples get stuck because they are chasing the idea of a perfect marriage instead of nurturing a living, breathing relationship. There is no such thing as a perfect couple. There's just two imperfect people choosing each other every day, forgiving, laughing, crying, growing. If you are waiting for your marriage to look like a fairy tale before you feel happy again, you will wait forever, my sister. But if you start appreciating the small wins, the conversations that didn't turn into fights, the unexpected hugs, the tiny moment of understanding, you will start rebuilding the emotional intimacy that perfection can never ever offer. Also, it's so important to invest in fresh experiences together. Sometimes what a perfectly flawed marriage needs is not more talking, but more living. go somewhere new, try something different, surprise each other, laugh again, fall into new memories. Sometimes it's not about fixing everything. It's about creating new layers of love that can slowly heal the cracks. And I will say this too, seek help early, not when it's too late. Sometimes couples wait until resentment has built up like a mountain before asking for help. Don't wait until you can barely look at each other. You need to seek help. I don't know why, we find it very difficult to go get, marriage counselors, professionals to help us. We all need this in our relationships. We all need this in our, various marriages when it gets out of hand. But one thing I will always say, do not wait for things to get out of hand. You want to seek help as soon as possible. Well, another thing again, silence kills connection. Pretending kills love. Both honesty, courage, and real emotional effort can bring, dead places back to life. If you feel like you are, not alive inside your marriage while smiling on the outside, you are not crazy. You are not ungrateful. You are simply human, and you deserve a marriage that feels alive, not one that looks alive. Okay? At Hugs and Medleys, we don't believe in fake perfection. We believe in real, messy, healing love, that fights for connection. Love that dares to have the hard conversation. Love that chooses truth over image and healing over pretending. Now, what are you going through? I know that is not something we want to discuss now. Are you in a marriage that seems really like boom outside, very happy, beautiful, but inside you are dying because you don't even know what is going on in your marriage? It's time for you to seek help. You need to seek help. There are times where we can't do it anymore, like we cannot do it all by ourselves. You need to seek help. And lastly, I like to say that most times when things get that bad, we do think that it is the end of the marriage. No. It is just because we are human. And that is why you must allow yourself to be human. Allow your spouse to be human. Allow your fiancé to be human. Allow, you need to know that we are all humans. Life is not perfect. You are not perfect. Your relationship cannot be perfect. Your marriage cannot be perfect. Okay? When you think you need help in that marriage, you want to go get help, because marriage is something you want to fight for. And I will say this once again, I will never ever come here and tell you that if you are going through an abusive marriage or abusive situation in your marriage, a life-threatening situation in your marriage, you should stay and build it. I will not tell you what to do, because I will not stay. Okay? So I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Hugs and Medleys. I love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. My name is Dr. Anusong Emmanuel Bukesh. I love you. If this has brought you any kind of value, kindly subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Mwah.